I once opened a drawer at my house. I lived in the middle of Reading, and one was just eating a lynch bunny. And it's so funny because then I just pulled the drawer and stuff, and then he went away because obviously he was scared, and that's not what he wanted to see, a human. And then when I got to take the lynch bunny out, I was like, can I still eat the bottom bit?
Oh, wow.
Obviously I didn't. It was like £3, just buy another one. Scott, nice to be back. Thank you so much for having me.
We're in the new studio.
This is nice. It's glamorous. There's a few people in here as well, working away.
It was not so small this time around, is it?
Which is nice. Are you talking about the room or?
Callan's lost a bit of weight as well.
Oh my goodness! How are you doing that?
We basically keep him in here. We don't feed him.
No, I just mean the meanness. I'm joking. It's for fun. Yeah, it's a lovely studio. Thank you very much for inviting me. We've got new arms and stuff.
New arms. We took your advice.
Yeah, that's great.
We took your advice on that one, so we can make it a little bit more relaxed.
We're chilled now. We're relaxed. What are we talking about? You're doing something crazy, which I think is amazing, but also is a lot of hard work on your behalf. I'm glad I'm not doing it. What are you doing?
So basically, what I want to do is, after what we were talking, a few of my friends have actually pointed out, most of your podcasts, yes, they're great. You're getting the word out there.
I love it. You're like, yeah, they're great. We're amazing. It's fine.
It's kind of, and I get it from what other people, obviously, I'm trying to say, spread the word about mental health, and there's, people need help, and speak to the next friend, and always be there. But he said, you're not actually doing anything positive at the end. There's nothing, all we're hearing is you kind of whinge a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay.
But do you know what? That's what friends are there for. They will tell you the truth.
Yeah, they were kind of a little bit brutal, but obviously criticism gets you to a little bit further. So obviously taking advice on other people's and everything. They said, look, Scott, turn mental health, or try to turn it into a positive. So obviously the last 2 years with COVID, I've learned little tricks how to help my mental health. And then I kind of thought, well, there's got to be other tricks that other people are doing, because I use gym and all the bits and pieces, and obviously you've got your certain techniques and everyone else has got their different techniques, and everyone's got an opinion on it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just the way of the world at the moment. Everyone's got an opinion.
Wait a minute, everyone's got an opinion, do you reckon?
Oh, well.
No, I'm joking.
Callan's one is to paint his toenails red. Apparently it really helps.
Do you know what? Wonderful feet, though.
It's perfect, right?
And his OnlyFans is amazing, so I've subscribed.
But in the sense of, so basically what I want to do for March, Mind have put up.
Oh my God, yeah, it's March soon.
Yeah, this year's going rapid, obviously.
Isn't it?
So I want to do the 100 miles in March.
What? Okay, so how are you going to do this? Because you actually do work as well. So you're going to have to fit, and you've got kids. And
so, yeah, so basically that's the challenge, right? Obviously it helps. So obviously I know walking helps my mental health. So I'm going to try and work out, spread it over the 100 miles over March, and work out, what days I can do it, whether it's a Sunday morning or Sunday evening or a Monday morning, so forth. But it will be done. There will be pictures. There will be how many miles I've done. Obviously, I'm going to do it for Mind, raising the thing. So obviously, there will be a link on the social networks and bits and pieces to obviously raise the money for the mental health.
We'll put the link in there.
Link in the bottom.
Yeah.
There. But obviously, what I want to do going forward, not just for March, going forward, I want people to actually tell us how they help their mental health, what strategies they've learned, whether it's from colouring, a bit like what you just said about jumping out of a plane.
Well, I didn't say that was going to... Well, I said that might help your mental health because it's something that you're scared of. So if you achieve something of something that you used to be scared of, then you wouldn't be scared of it anymore, and then it doesn't have that power over you.
That is very true.
A bit like holding a spider if you're scared of a spider, and then naming that spider, and that spider is called, I don't know, Bob. And then after a while, you've sort of made this sort of spider not as scary as it was before, which might mean that actually when you see one, you're not really scared. You're just like, you're right, Bob, and it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as they're not on you, if you are scared.
But obviously, I want to challenge, obviously, certain times, obviously, I know you're a very busy man. I need somebody to hold my hand.
Come on.
Oh.
There we go. Anytime.
And Callan's going to do our nails for free.
Thank you so much. He does a good job. French tips as well.
French tips.
Amazing.
But no, obviously I want to put the challenge out there. So obviously there's other people got lots of other different techniques out there. I've learned, obviously now I'm doing trauma treatment with the NHS, and obviously doing the veteran side of it all, because obviously certain things that was too much for the normal people. So I can't just be the normal one. I just get in the normal queue, right?
Okay, so how are you achieving this? So what are you going? Are you running this? Are you walking this? Are you jogging this? Or you're just walking?
I'm just going to walk.
Just
I'm just going to walk, take some pictures along the journey, walk around Berkshire, basically.
Nice.
I'm going to try and do a different area. I'm going to obviously start off in Thiel where we are.
Yeah. Maybe we could do like a Forrest Gump thing, and like every day you have like a walking buddy. So you can just do stuff, and you could just have like a little bit of audio of you together and then play it in the show. Hello, look at this.
Somebody is thinking on their feet.
I'm always thinking on
I'm
my
up for that challenge.
Yeah.
Then I want to do other challenges, like a friend of mine that does fishing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we spoke about this before.
He does it, obviously. So, obviously, I've spoken to Glenn, and he was obviously going to take me fishing. Yeah. And obviously, we'll record that. And obviously,
I do jumping out of planes, so we're obviously going to take you to do that. So,
yeah, and obviously I'm going to do a bit of sailing. But obviously, if there's other people out there, obviously got different techniques, other companies, people that want me to come down, try it, see what, and I'm obviously do a review on it. As in, wow, that was really scary, but it's the adrenaline rushes help my mental health, so forth. Different pieces like that. I am up for the challenge. You challenge me.
All the time.
And I will do it. So basically, as much as I'm scared and would rather not jump out of a perfectly working plane, because I do think that's a bit...
Maybe in the 5 years' time that you could do it. And like, there could be a challenge. It doesn't have to be this year.
Yeah, let's kind of build up to the big ones. Let's like that. I will literally try anything. I'm going to try it, see if it works for my mental health.
Don't say anything, because we'll come up with some stuff.
As long as it's not ridiculous, like sticking needles in my eyes, because that helps my mental health, obviously. But I want to show
You can wear
people.
a Liverpool top and take but we'll go and see Man United.
What? Stand
you got to do that. And then every time they score, like...
I don't think that would help my mental health as much as it would help other people's mental health laughing about it. But... no, I want to literally show people that there is a positive that you can use, from grounding techniques to even someone's already challenged me to do yoga.
Nice. You say it in a certain way that you've never done it. Have you never done it before?
Never done yoga.
Oh, wow.
Without...
Go on. You can say it.
Does it look like someone like I do yoga?
No, but I think you'd be pleasantly surprised if you went to like yoga and you saw other people there and you'd be like,
that's what she said. It does help with mental health. Another friend of mine's challenged me with that. They have a prep company, food prep company.
Okay.
That is obviously the food is designed to help your mental health as obviously well as your fitness.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to be doing a bit of that.
That sounds good.
Bit
of cooking. We can do some cooking.
We
cooking at home,
cooking, yeah,
like that.
Well, the bit that I liked was that they make it
eating
all for you.
I like eating it too.
They would make it all for you and it'd be delivered.
Oh well, that's quite cool.
And obviously, because that's the service they offer, so I want to do a bit of that. I don't really, obviously, I need to start it somewhere. So obviously, I'm starting slowly with a walk, and obviously doing 100 miles in March.
Have you calculated how long? Like, obviously, you got a month to do it. It's a long month as well. So you didn't do it in February because then it's like.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do 25 miles a week, which obviously then works out. Yeah. Over the. I might.
Well, you can have the Sunday off, couldn't you, if you're going to do that?
Well, I was going to try and do a couple of miles every day, nice and simple. Whether it is even walking just round in my garden and clocking it.
Wow.
Because obviously time and bits and pieces get to different places. If it comes to it, that's what I do to obviously make sure that I get miles in.
Are you tracking this on a tech watch or your phone? How are you going to track this?
Track it. So basically, what I've worked out.
I want to see your progression every day.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm going to put it up there, obviously, on the social media.
Right.
I'm going to put a little story up on, obviously, the Berkshire Channel, because they've given me access to be able to use it, and obviously put it up. You know, my little daily story, my daily first blog of the day. I'm up at or going to bed at this time, and I've done X amount of miles. And basically, I think a lot of other people should, and obviously it is raising money for a good cause. There is no stopping anybody else. It doesn't just have to be me that raises the money. Anyone can do it for Mind and go for it, basically.
Oh, I'm going to sponsor you.
Oh, you're my first sponsor.
No way.
Genuinely, because obviously I haven't announced it to anybody.
Okay.
Because if I'm brutally honest, 100 miles is not exactly an easy task, right?
No. What I will do is I'll sponsor you £1 a mile.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah, so everybody minimum of £1. But yeah,
because I don't know if you know how long a mile is. Because it's like when you walk a mile, you're like, oh, gotta walk back that.
Well, I walked round. I tested it. So walking roughly past mine and your house, up by Dead Man's Lane.
Tell everyone where I live. It's fine.
Dead Man's Lane.
I'm joking. I live in Thiel.
If you live in Dead Man's Lane, but up here round by the golf course, up Engerfield, round out by Sainsbury's Bridge, back round.
Yep.
Wasn't even close to 2 miles.
No,
it's not.
It's true. No, because I run like 5K, and I run around Arlington, around here.
Yeah.
And I'll come back, and it's about 6K, which is 3 miles, and that takes half an hour to run. So to walk that is definitely going to take you around 2 hours. 2 miles, 2 hours to do that.
Well, that's kind of
every day. Okay, good. That's why I spot you £1 a mile. I'll give you £3 at the end of the month.
No, I've got. I will.
I believe in you, man. I believe.
Good. That's why I just need more people to come on board.
Oh, the more people that come on board,
anybody's more than welcome.
No,
to
but
come.
then you have to do it.
That's what I mean. So the more people do it. So somebody says to me, "Okay, Scott, I will see you. You're doing Tuesday. You're going to do Calcott.
Okay.
Okay. I'll meet you at Sainsbury's, and we'll go for a walk."
For 2 hours.
Because obviously also talking, that's a lot of what I help other people with, obviously in lockdown. We went for walks.
I think you should bring a phone, little thing, and just have a little chat and then have it played.
Go for it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously I'm going to walk around the lakes at the back here. Up by Pinson's, I'm going to do all them kind of bits. Obviously I see other people running. If I'm brutally honest,
You're going to come out for runs with me? I reckon you could do it.
Yeah, if we're running from your front doorstep to the end of the driveway and stopping, but
got a very long driveway.
That'll do. If it's a mile long, we'll take that. But obviously, I just want to obviously get the word out there, show that it could be done.
I think it's amazing. So so you're doing this in March. It's for mind. You're walking / sauntering, running. No, not running. But you're doing 100 miles.
100 miles, yeah.
And anyone can come and join you, and anyone could sponsor you.
Anyone could sponsor me.
Well, I'm up for it. I'm doing £1 a mile, so in the end, I'm going to give you £100 for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. And obviously, I'm going to get the forms through. Obviously, I see it. What gave me the idea? And Facebook's very clever.
Yes.
It gave me through Facebook.
Or Meta, as it's called now.
Meta. Yeah. It come up there. It said literally, and I thought, oh, what a good cause. And obviously thought, well, that's my friends brought up that it was kind of a bit negative stuff. You're talking about mental health. Yes, everyone's got problems. But show people how you can help or do something positive to try and help your own mental health rather than relying on just the NHS and therapy. Because the combination of the different ones seem to be working for me at the moment. I'm not crazy.
Well, if you want to sponsor Scott, there will be a link below, and just check on the Berkshire Channel on his journey. That'd be amazing.
So you going to come along for one of the walks?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You going to do it?
Yeah.
So you want to do fishing? Oh, I think they should challenge you as well.
Yeah, challenge me. I think everyone needs that, don't they? Everyone needs a challenge. My challenge is to have more hours in a day.
They should change it to a 25-hour.
No, I need a little bit more, but it's fine. Because, once sleep, how many hours sleep do you get? On average?
On average, probably about 7.
That's not bad. That's okay.
So,
Callan, how many hours sleep? 6.5.
My question is, what's he doing? Everybody else is painting them toenails.
Yeah, it's just you got to get up early. It's fine.
But obviously, anybody that's listening to this, if you think
or watching
wants to challenge me, what are we going to call it? Scott's Challenge.
There you go.
Scott's.
Do you know how long that took? Meeting. Let's go for lunch. What are we calling it? Scott's Challenge.
Scott's Challenge.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's obviously going through open doors, open mind.
Yeah.
And challenge me, and I will.
Well, let's not challenge you too much. One challenge a month. Yeah.
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 So let's line up. So obviously we know what we're doing for March.
Yes.
Or what I'm doing for March.
Yeah, I'm not doing all of it. That's way too much.
And so obviously I need to line up the next challenge. Mm-hmm. We'll wait about 5 years for the challenge that you were talking about before we went on air.
I reckon we can do it in 2. If you would like to see Scott jump out of an airplane and raise money for Mind,
my family will think that's hilarious.
Please, like. You can dislike, but we won't see it because it doesn't come up on YouTube anymore. So we only see likes. Thanks for that. So what is going on? How's your week been? What have you been doing?
I'm literally, obviously, we've been working on the studio.
I know. I came in and there was just like boxes everywhere, and everyone's sort of like,
We were perfectly ready for this.
No, you weren't. It's fine. I don't mind that at all.
Obviously, we've been setting up we're about to start for mental health as well.
Yes.
We're doing a fitness channel.
Okay.
Called Wired In Workouts.
What is it called?
Wired In Workouts.
I like that. Wired In Workout. That's hard to say.
It's supposed to have been a little bit simpler, but obviously the studio there that you can see, obviously we've done the red and the mat and bits and pieces, so we're going to be doing that. And obviously some of that money that we're going to do an online prescription for it, and some of the money is going to be going towards mental health bits and pieces, and that's what that bit is. And obviously you can see the set behind me.
I can. It's like a small this morning.
A small. That's pretty much what I was trying to go for. Doing it in bits and pieces. Obviously that took quite a while to.
Did you do it yourself? It's impressive.
I did it myself.
We're looking at the wall.
Till Callan come in one morning and said the whole lot was on the floor. the tape.
Someone sneezed.
It's literally pretty much done.
The dull might slam and then.
Yeah.
You need that no nails glue.
Well, I've actually, because obviously some of the foam stuff, when you spray certain glue on it, it was melting it. So I've actually used carpet tile glue.
Oh.
Which obviously made it stick a little bit better. That took quite a while to get right because obviously in our last studio, the ceiling was actually higher.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've had to, my brothers obviously had to come in.
Looks good though.
I want to claim that I did it all myself, but
That's
obviously my little brother come in and who's a builder, kind of said, no, let's just make this simple, shall we? And obviously did that. We've got more lighting now this time around. We've also got the trees, we've got the props.
We'll do some cutaways for this, so Callan could do some. Okay, I think the best thing about the video right now is that we're going to be doing challenges for you. Obviously, you're walking 100 miles in March, and then we're going to do some more challenges for the year. Like, how has your mental health been in 2022? I'm
not going to lie, it started off the beginning of the year, obviously through Christmas, stuff like that. It's been difficult, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I started therapy in January, and the basics of it is obviously they're teaching you certain techniques, and obviously this is also one that's giving me another idea. There's different techniques that they're teaching me to help me as they're doing the therapy.
Cool.
And I think my therapist is, by the time I'm finished telling my story and helping me, is going to need therapy herself. So.
Oh, okay. But you know that therapists have therapists.
Yeah, she kind of pointed that out. She actually is pointing out. She said, look, you don't have to worry about it. You're holding back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just say what you need to say, do, and obviously people look after me.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
But yeah, no, it did take a little bit of a turn. Obviously, I struggle some days. Even the techniques that I've learned, but it's difficult. You know, you have up days, down days, and 1 minute like now, I could be fine. I could go home and my brain starts and depression kicks in and the PTSD kicks in, and it could be something simple as, like, well, obviously when I was putting the furniture together.
I had this furniture story that were you upset?
Yeah, and
I said that should have been filmed itself just to show like a day in the life.
Callan will tell you I was chucking a complete hissy fit this morning. Like, I was chucking the stuff around. What's going on? All this?
Yeah.
Well, obviously certain people.
Yeah.
That make these books with the instructions.
You looked at me like that's my company and that's what I do. Certain people,
I wanted to say the name of it, then had to kind of stop because I wanted to shout out because they've really annoyed me this morning.
Oh, IKEA?
Yeah. No, IKEA ones actually work out. Argos need to take a leaf out of IKEA.
Okay.
Listen, obviously...
Well, do you know, maybe that little bit of information might allow them to go, oh, that's what we need to have.
Put it this way, it didn't help my mental health. It actually made my mental health a little bit worse.
Oh, gosh, if you want to come on board and have a little chat and help with Scott's mental health when putting together furniture, then feel free to get in contact.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Things are there to challenge us, Scott. It's fine. You did it, yeah?
I've got it there eventually. Yeah. But if that was IKEA, it would have probably been done in about 10, 15 minutes.
We are actually not sponsored by IKEA.
But IKEA, I've got the right idea. Not yet, yeah. So if you want to sponsor us, that would be great. But going forward, look, guys, just sponsor me.
There you go.
I will do the hard work.
Words.
I will do the challenges. Okay.
So, March, 100 miles, walking.
Yep.
If you want to walk with Scott, if you want to sponsor Scott, get in contact with us. Easy.
Yes.
Like that.
That is as simple as I'm going to make it, is sponsor me, walk with me. If anybody wants to do the challenges besides as we're going further forward.
Okay.
Like somebody wants to sit in my place and jump out of the plane and...
You're doing it, Scott. I'm paying for it. I'm going to pay for it. I'll raise the £1,000 so you do it. That's fine. We'll find a good charity.
Honestly, my family would do a lot. Do you know what? My family would say, yeah, we'll do £100 for every jump that you did. Knowing full well, they'd be like, I don't think he's going to do this.
Would you rather do a bungee jump or a parachute jump?
Well, bungee jump's got... Why have you gone bungee jump?
Because they're both things I'd sponsor you for. It's good. Would you rather do one? If you had to choose one, which one are you going for? Go on, make a decision.
Plane.
Listen,
the guy's going to sit behind me and shove me out, right?
Yeah.
There is no way.
You got to jump yourself with bungee.
Yeah, there's no... I couldn't... Honest to God, I think you would actually have me on camera actually wet myself. I'm not going to lie.
Let's bring it on. Callan, can we sort this out, please?
Honestly, we went to... My family took me to Disneyland.
Yes.
And I didn't go on any of the rides.
What?
Yeah, I can't... literally...
Are you the one that just holding people's jackets?
I end up... We went to Alton Towers.
Guys, give me your jacket. It's fine. No, guys, can I have the jacket? Thank you. I'll stand here.
I've gone to the queue before, gone all the way through. I ended up being shoved in the seat, and it was at Alton Towers, and it wasn't even...
We skipped now. We're at Disney World. Now we're at Alton Towers. Here we go. What ride was it? Can you remember? Was it Saw? Don't look down.
It was one of the mad ones. Put it this way, it wasn't this girl that had been stuck next to me because of odd chairs. It wasn't even like it was a family or my niece or my children.
Just a random person.
A random girl.
Yeah.
With her dad behind us. I don't know what they thought this was. Obviously, I've got my family on there. They started the ride and I hung on to her all the way round going, please make it stop. Make it stop.
If you can remember this happening to you, please get in contact. Hopefully your arms are okay now.
I literally hung on to this poor girl all the way around. Her dad was not impressed. It was great for my mental health when I finished.
You know, we're not going to push you too far. We're just going to start with the 100-mile walk in March.
That's what I mean. That's kind of... I don't think...
And weather's getting better too. And by the end of March, the clock's changed. So it's going to be nice and bright.
That's perfect.
I guess that.
But obviously, unless you can... Anybody wants to challenge me within reason.
Yes.
Within reason. I'm not going to go jump into a building of fire because someone thinks that would be good. But obviously, it's got to be around...
that's where your mind goes.
It's got to be around... It's got to be trying to help mental health.
Yes.
Obviously, I get... Obviously, raising the money for mental health for me jumping out of a plane.
Yeah, but also conquering your fear.
Conquering my fear, which...
Is that your biggest fear?
Heights. Definitely heights. Anything fast. Anything makes my stomach go.
Yeah. What about you, Cal? What's yours biggest fear? Keep it PG. What is it? Rats. Do you know that Reading is one of the main places for the worst population of rats?
Really?
There was a documentary on Netflix, and it literally went Singapore, Vietnam, New York, Reading. I was like, wait, what?
Reading?
You can't just say Vietnam. That's a whole country, and then just say our county of Reading. It also said Chelmsford as well. But yeah, really.
Not London.
I didn't say London, actually. Chelmsford and Reading, worse. I think there's like you might have to do some looking up for this. You can be our Joe Rogan Jamie here. But I think there's 100, 10 to 100 between that figure per person. So there was more. There's like 10 rats per person, at least.
Did they tell you what how many was in Theo?
Loads. If you run around here, there's rat boxes everywhere. Everywhere. I once opened a drawer at my house. I live in the middle of Reading, and one was just eating a lint bunny.
Caught him in the act.
And it's so funny because then I just pulled the drawer and stuff, and then he went away because obviously he was scared, and you know that's not what he wanted to see, a human. And then when I got to take the lint bunny out, I was like, can I still eat the bottom bit?
Oh, wow.
Obviously I didn't. It was like £3 just buy another one, but it did go through my mind.
You actually had the thought of...
I did. You know what I mean? I'm like one of those people that if
I just cut it off here, that's the bit he touched, right?
If someone buys a cake, like, you know when people buy a cheesecake when you come over your house and then they sort of leave, but you've only eaten half the cheesecake, right? I will have to put washing up liquid on that cheesecake and then put it in the bin. I'll go back in that bin. 100%. Don't care. Maybe not like a bin with loads of stuff in. That's not great. But like, if you
are really doing your reputation.
No, but you put it. No, okay. So be back in the packaging, and then you put it in there. It's not just throwing the cheesecake in the bin, but I would have to put something in it.
I
so
can
I would go
imagine
and
at
eat it.
midnight the fridge lights on and you're in the
Ding,
bin.
ding. Oh, talking about things that annoy me. I've just got a new dishwasher, and I'm so happy because this new dishwasher doesn't make a noise to say it's finished. Tell me the reason why you need to know that your dishwasher is finished.
So you can empty it.
Not straight away. You'll burn your hands. It is the most boiling thing in the entire world. It's like, bing, I'm ready. You're like, you're not ready. You're so hot. Like, try and unload.
Who actually does on the Bing?
But I'm just saying, so why have the Bing?
To know to tell you that it's done.
Welcome to my
own
world
time.
Well, no,
burning yourself.
It doesn't say, bing, in your own time, empty the dishwasher in the next 45 minutes. That'd be great. But no, it goes, bing, ready. That's fine. If a washing machine does it, that's fine, because then you can hang it up or put it in a tumble dryer. There's no reason for a dishwasher to go bing, is there? Those are the things that I think about.
And you're worried about mine? Okay, here's a question then.
Here we go.
So obviously with what you're just coming out with some, how's your mental health been in the last couple of months?
Do you know, it's been really well, actually. It's been good. One of my main things about, for me and mental health is to be busy. And I'm very lucky because I am quite busy with loads of different stuff, and I keep myself busy. And I've just got a new housemate, and they're like, do you sit down? And I was like, no, because I just keep myself active all the time. And when I sit down and I'm either watching a TV program, staring at my phone, as everyone does, probably both at the same time, I found myself multi-screening, and I had like an iPad, a TV on, and a phone. Just like, I was watching the football on there, we're watching
like one of my
Korean zombie thing going on there, and then reading stuff on Twitter. I'm just like,
have you been diagnosed with ADHD or anything like that?
No. I'm just multitasking. You know when they just say, "Oh, guys can't multitask." Yeah, I can. When it's to do things that I like.
So that is your way of coping.
Being busy.
Being busy is one of the ways.
100%.
So that kind of doesn't allow your brain to think about.
And one of the things I do is I don't overthink. So if I like today, someone sent me a message. And they said, "Oh, you hadn't paid. I hadn't paid like a kennel bill," which I messaged them ages ago. I said when my dog went to kennels, and I said, they said, "No, you haven't paid this." And I was like, "Oh, I messaged you ages ago to say, did I pay it and how much was it?" And in my mind, I was like, "Right, I need to pay this bill, whatever." And I just did it straight away, because if you think about stuff, if you can, then it's great. But if you think about stuff and you're like, "Oh, I'll do it then, I'll do it later." And I was like, "Oh, someone else needs me to send off an invoice to them." I was like, "Oh, I'll do it later." I was like, no, do it now, because I'm wasting time by having to then think about it and then do it later. If I think about it and do it then, I don't have to think about it later.
And is that your strategy?
100% to get shit done. Can we swear? Sorry, I just said it. But it's so true. You know what I mean? Just to get stuff done. Don't allow it to just be in your life and you thinking, "Oh, I got to do that. And I got to do that. I'll do that later." No, go and do it now. If you've got the time, then you have to do it. Because there's no point thinking about things 5 or 6 times. It's a waste of time. I did these talks at schools, and we were talking about homework. And I said, if a parent or guardian asks you this question, you should only have 2 answers to it. Right? If they say, "Have you done your homework?" you should have only 2 answers. Everything else that you may say is a waste of your time. Don't worry about it, right? The 2 answers is yes or no, I'll do it now. That is the only 2 answers. Anything else, to have an argument, you're going to make it longer. You're going to be stressed out about it. It's not going to be good for your mental health. You are in charge of your mental health in those sort of situations, and you can make your life harder by just being lazy. And I think sometimes if you get it done, then you don't have to think about it. And have a checklist. Have things you ticked off on your phone, on a piece of paper, wherever it is, and be like, "That's what I did today. What did I do? What did I do today? That. Got a gold star on my wall." And that's how I deal with stuff. That's one of my things.
That's not bad. Obviously, in lockdown, I was trying to keep myself busy with all sorts, even cooking.
Yeah. What was it? What was your meal of choice?
Well, me and my daughter actually got into baking, and we started with lemon drizzle.
Hello. What's your top tip for a lemon drizzle? Do you have one?
Is literally
lemons.
Me and my daughter actually got quite good towards the end of it, because the first one come out a bit crispy, and we worked out to put the holes in it to let the lemon juice go through, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously the top bit was, it tastes lovely. The bottom bit tasted nothing. Yeah. So we obviously perfected it as we went. Then we tried a Mississippi mud pie.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
I feel like that was her idea. Was it yours?
No, mostly my daughter uses a bit of the cooking kind of thing. I think I'm using for. She enjoys it.
Yeah.
And a bit like yourself, keeps her busy, right?
Yeah.
And
the sense of achievement.
Much to do. Yes.
And learning stuff.
Obviously, she makes cookies. We did all sorts. So obviously, what she was doing, obviously, was making daddy cakes. It's pretty much
what you need to do is you need to make sure you're friends with neighbours and make sure you give some to them, because otherwise you're just gonna have cake.
We started with lemon drizzle, then we went to ginger cake.
Oh. Okay.
My grandmother, we're still trying to perfect that kind of.
Nice.
To get their cookies, we've tried all sorts. Oreo cookies, like when you break them up, put them in it.
This is what I like. It's all over the place. There's all different things that we kind of do, and I think for most people, and like literally leave it in the comments below, but most people just do what works for you.
Yeah. But each day, sometimes the cooking didn't work for me.
No,
it wasn't.
But it's a learning curve.
Having lots of different techniques.
Because what if you're amazing next time, and you could, because the first time was so rubbish?
Because I used to find cooking stressful. Like, perfect example. Trying to cook a roast dinner, the timing, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not like you can't cook all the different bits and pieces. It's about the timing of making sure the roast potatoes are ready.
Two things.
The chicken.
Roast chicken whenever. Doesn't matter, right? So chicken. When the potatoes are ready, everything has to be ready, right? Because you cannot do anything with that. Number one thing, warm plates. Just saying.
That's exactly what my grandmother did.
Warm plates is a game changer. I know we're getting off topic anyway. Okay, so yeah, I think there's some good stuff in there.
Yes. So obviously we're going to try and get this out weekly.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm going to be ready for the 1st of March. Obviously, that's when I will do. Obviously, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to put it on social media, the actual form, so people can actually go on there and.
I'll put it on my social media. They can put it on their social media.
Share it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, just share it. If you want to come along for a walk, like we've said,
I'll be there.
And yeah, just obviously look after yourselves. Be there for everybody else. It's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie and pretend it's going to be the best thing for my
It's a journey. It's a journey.
But the sense of achievement at the other end, I think, is going to be. Not many people can going to go that know me personally. Go, Scott, where is the video evidence? Well, obviously, I am actually going to have a tracker because people look at you.
Did you
walked
do
100 miles, or did you just say? So obviously, I'm going to have to.
I think it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be there. I'm going to help you out.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Callan hopefully will come with his shoes off with his lovely red nails.
I'm looking forward to it.
And obviously that would be quite a good.
Yeah.
We'll get that picture and obviously put that up on social media.
Perfect. How are your toes today? Are they good? Yeah. There you go.
So,
man of many words.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's fine. Save it for another episode. Love it.
That's hard. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for March. Obviously, we'll do a weekly check-in.
We will.
And people can get involved. We'll read out some people's messages, ideas for the future. And then, yeah, we'll basically put it out to the audience of what the next challenge will be after March.
One sentence of, I would say, of the week for you. What is your advice? Just one sentence. What would you say?
For this is a little bit to keep busy. I use the kind of same, but not as busy as you.
Okay, yeah. I am a little bit all over the place.
I do try to keep my mind busy. The last couple of weeks, the more busy I am, and obviously I plan the gym to be busy, so I'm not having too much sitting there thinking time. Is probably, so the advice is don't think too much, just do.
Done. Easy. See you next time.
See you later.